All right, we're going live. What's up, everybody? This is Super Mike. We're gonna have a conversation and talk, and it's not gonna be that long. But how to eat to live? We'll get into this a little bit. Actually, I'll try to get something into with some of the. Try to mention some of these coronavirus things too. So what's up? You can't crawl away. They see you. And I'm gonna have the children talk to them too. So we all gonna talk. And I'm expecting a somebody to come in on. Yeah, anyway. So that's what I want to get into. How to eat to live. Because if we notice, especially with black folks, this is the problem. When somebody tells you something that's true and right and good, and you don't listen to it, or even worse, you try to intentionally make it wrong. So you set out not only to try to not listen, but you set out to try to prove it wrong. Then you set yourself up, because if somebody gave you an answer, and it's a real small book, it's big words, it's easy. But if somebody gave you an answer, but you, for some reason, don't want to discipline yourself to try to at least try to work it out, what ends up happening is that, hey, what's up, what's up? Hey, Ma, what's going on? Can you hear me? You hear me? Okay, so you have to press unmute yourself.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So anyway, everybody, this is my mother here, Sister Shahida.
Hi.
And
Hi.
we want to let's kind of have a little conversation on a couple of topics inside the How to Eat to Live book. And I'll have maybe Kalila here. Come here, Kalila. Come on, hurry. Come over here. Let's sit down. No, because she cooks and stuff. Let's sit down. Grandma right there. Why are you doing? Talking to Grandma. What's wrong with that? No, get a chair. Get a chair. Get a chair. They're shy. So what? They're shy. No, but so what do you think about beans, the Navy beans? So we know with the Navy beans, the messenger taught us here how to eat Navy beans. A lot of people say they make them fart. They don't know what to do. Navy beans, they don't like them. I mean, they, make them fart. They don't got time to cook it. They're ready to eat steak. Or pizza rolls. So what's the value of a Navy bean versus a pizza roll?
Well, a pizza roll, of course. It's no nutrition. And the Navy bean is for your body. The Navy bean has vitamins, iron, and these things you need for hair to grow, skin to grow. And for
For
your
your
overall
overall
cells
cells
to
to
reproduce
reproduce
inside the body.
inside the body,
But a piece of
but a
roll
piece of
will not
roll
do
will not do it for you. So, like, is it bad or you're a bad parent if you giving your kids piece of roll, even though you know they're full of mess?
Well, you
Well,
could be an uninformed parent that don't know what they're doing. Because
uh-huh.
pizza roll, it's a lot of poison additives in that, and you might not know what's in it. But I
Uh-huh.
have to say that in today's world, we have been blessed with being able to get information
Information
through
Mhm.
YouTube.
YouTube. Right.
We don't have to
We
go
don't
to the
have to
library
go
like
to
we
the
used
library.
to, and you can
And
just really
you
learn
just really learn
anything you are wanting to learn on YouTube.
on YouTube.
So
Right.
you could
So
Google
you can
pizza
go to
roll,
Facebook
the ingredients in it, and
and
actually see
actually see
what you're giving your
what you're
children
giving your
and the
children
effects
and
it will have
the
on them.
have on them. Uh-huh.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
when you
because
see the
when you
effects,
see
you're
the
like,
effects,
oh my
you're like,
God.
oh my God. Have you ever heard of epigenetics?
No.
No. No, they had came up with this, remember Dr. Wesley, he did this report called uh, basically using food as a weapon, waging war by zip code. Have you ever
Oh,
remember? I don't know if you heard that he did that.
I
Yeah,
haven't heard that
you ever heard
term,
that term?
but I
Yeah,
do know
but
it's
I do
happening.
know it's happening. Yeah, so they know how to put certain foods in certain areas that have like these characteristics that deplete people's like nutrients. So like you got important elements like zinc and all of these different things uh, that people need to try to develop, to heal their body, heal your cells. Your cells, like they found how zinc it's also part of the first spark of the when the sperm and the egg come together.
Hmm.
That process needs zinc because it actually glows in the dark. It sparks.
Yeah.
That actually sparks in the light, and it actually makes a bioluminescent situation. And if it doesn't have that spark, just like a flint, how like when you start a fire or something, if you don't have that, then it can actually it harms the cellular regeneration and stuff. So you got a lot of sicknesses out here that people getting in trouble with. It's because they don't have no nutrients, but they eating.
Right.
So the WIC food that he's talking about, what do you think about that? Because we was on welfare.
Hmm.
Remember we
Oh
had to
wow.
get focus on
Yeah.
this stuff.
I mean, all of these programs are really experimental programs. Just the Tuskegee Institute experiment and the experiment they did on Black people in different parts of the world, Oakland, Oklahoma City. I mean, it has never stopped. The
Yeah.
experimentation. We are actually live experiments, being experimented on in live time. There's has not been any research. We are the research.
Dang.
When you go to the doctor, he's researching the effects that the chemicals are having on you. They're not really giving you a solution, or they're just putting you on pills that you got to take for the rest of your life, which is more poison on top of the already poison you eat.
Right. You see that
But
little picture there?
yeah,
You see how that just when you said experiments, how they was doing experiments on. Every time they do experiments on monkeys, we think they're doing experiments on monkeys, but they're doing it for us.
right, yeah.
They did experiments on monkey teaching at USCLA when they was creating crack and got them hooked on crack and liquor.
Mm.
So it says that this man Ronald Siegel in 1982, cocaine smoking, depicted one of the rhesus monkeys that he taught to smoke free base in the basement laboratory at UCLA in 1972. And says 2005, Siegel was an expert witness for the defense of a murder trial I guess that was for some stuff. But bottom line is, this is how they made crack.
Right. Right.
I mean, they made crack for experimenting on black folks,
Well,
and
black
like how they doing this here. This is where it's talking about like epigenetics. These are twins, but the way they got these rats, because it was something they did with they did some experiments with the parents. They got the same twins, but they make one fat and unhealthy, and one is normal rat healthy or whatever. And the fat one dies, and it's a different color. It's like lighter, and it doesn't absorb nutrients right or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just something about us. I mean, now we probably I don't know what we could do. What you do? What did you try to do to try to keep health inside of the
Okay.
try to keep
That's a good question.
as your family's growing up, keeping them from getting sick, because getting sick costs money, right? They go to the hospital. Like I had asthma. So what did you do there?
Well, I had this book called Back to Eden by Jethro Kloss. One of the things that you're going to do that you should do to keep your family healthy is to continue to educate yourself. Because as long as we live in this environment where we're not growing our own food, where the air is polluted, the ground is polluted, and our food is polluted, this is going to be a lifelong process to keep yourself healthy. It's not like you do it one time and then that's it. So what I did, it was a progression of learning. My first book that I studied was Back to Eden by Jethro Kloss. This is before I ever read the book of How to Eat to Live.
Oh, really?
By the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So Jethro Kloss, he uses a lot of natural herbs to cure problems. And I read across this herb called, what was that herb called? For asthma.
Was it golden?
No, it wasn't golden seal. It was something else. Horehound tea. That's what it was. So I think you were like 7 years old when I read across this information. And prior to that, I had to rush into emergency. And they put some type of inhalant mask on you, and your heart rate increased. I could see it increase, and it was like, what the hell is going on? What are they doing to my child? You first start having asthma. You first had your asthma attack when you were 3 years old. It was very severe. And I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what was going on. So I took you to emergency, and that's when they told me you had asthma. So I've been doing that from the time you was like 3 years old till you got 7. So when you turned 7, I had got a hold of this book. So I said, well, let me try this horehound tea on the asthma. It can't be as bad as the stuff they're giving him. So I tried the horehound tea. I bought the horehound, and I made a tea out of it, and I would give it to you to drink. And since then, you have never had another asthma attack.
Right.
So,
and
go ahead.
No, they also people, because they found, I was doing research on that stuff. They found roaches, the droppings from all of these different rats and stuff that where black folks live, and these little bugs and all these little situations that people live in. That is giving folks asthma, and generationally, you see what I'm saying? It starts to predispose people for certain stuff. Even your health, even the way you're feeling when you're upset all the time, and this is what's called epigenetics.
Okay.
This is what makes this. They're finding that the way the people, like the way your parents live, your grandparents live, it goes all the way down to the 4th generations, and that's what even the Bible says and stuff, right?
Right.
Like the sins of the father be cast to the 4th generation or whatever it is. But the point is that, like epigenetics, like if you experience all these traumas, or if you're eating this type of food all the time, You know, you still have those same genes and everything, but what ends up happening is that you having you know, like you may want all this sugary stuff more, or you may feel that you have the need to, and then your body will react to that stuff. Now, it doesn't mean that you gonna have heart disease or diabetes or whatever. It's that, you know, based upon your genetic lineage, you're predisposing not only yourself but your kids and their kids and their kids to having these type of urges and taste for these things. You know what I'm saying? So it's not only that, but it goes into the trauma, it goes into all that stuff. So the epigenetics is definitely something that we need to study, and it just shows you how important like our decisions are, not only for our kids, but also to study the decisions that or the things that happen to our foreparents, because this helps us to understand sometimes the way we react to stuff too. So that's coming at. Now, Khalil, I want you to read something. Let's see. Say hi. Say something to grandma.
Hi.
Hi.
Man, she can't even see you. Say hi, grandma. All right, so you know what I want to read? Let's see, something small, something easy. Oh yeah, let's read the Navy Beans thing. All right, so let's read that one. Let's just this here. Hold on. Read it. Just look at the words.
No beans did he advise except the small size, and not the larger size, the little brown pink ones and the white ones. This bean he valued to be very high in protein, fats, and starches. And it is a safe food for prolonging life. As you will find, most of the Muslims like their bean soup. These beans are dry beans. He said that he could take one of our babies.
Say it loud. Speak up.
He said that he could take one of our babies and start him off eating the dry small navy bean soup, and make that child live 240 years. He described no other bean. This dry bean, or pulse, is of ancient origin. It was this bean, according to certain historians, that Daniel preferred for himself and his followers in the prison of
of Nebuchadnezzar.
Yep.
Do not add rice and meat to these beans because they contain proteins, fats, and starches.
Right. So don't add rice and beans to these meats. Now I'm just reading that, and so like to me, so you read yours, so somebody else has to sit in the hot seat. Sits in the hot seat. Chase sits in the hot seat now. So like no, but seriously, like the Navy bean, it's just important because like, you know, we had somebody come to us and teach us because he already knew what we were going to be going through. Now people talking about 5G. You heard those conversations? Any of it?
Yes.
You know what 5G is?
Right. It's a
right. It's the internet.
Radio frequency.
Sit down, Chase.
Going to be higher and it's going to affect people's health more in a bad way.
Right. So it's just all on your phone. There, it's more radiation.
Right.
And we know that the Navy bean was given to this Navy's, right, because of the radiation properties, how it absorbs that radiation, right?
Right.
So that right there's prophetic, right?
Right. And he wrote that back in 1930s.
Yeah. He taught.
So that's proof right there. He was taught by God who came in the person of Master Prophet Muhammad. There's no doubt.
Right.
No doubt.
Also, if you got to stay in your house, right? Ain't they telling us to stay in our house?
Yeah.
So what didn't the messages give us like a list
of survival?
Right.
Yeah. And we should also read this book.
Yeah.
by the messenger.
All
You
of
read it
America.
because we're going through that right now.
Right. So
Okay.
he equipping us to survive and not go and not suffer as much pain. And so that's why I was telling people like this is bottom line. It's not about like if you don't listen to somebody who gives you some good information, and then not only that, not only you don't listen to them, but you set it, make it your mission to try to prove them wrong. You try to do everything opposite of the good thing that they told you. So ain't that you're gonna mess yourself up, right?
Right. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
You know.
that's what's happening to us. So a lot of people don't even understand, like, to me, what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
But this is because people been telling us what to do. Now it's do or die, right? It's like,
Right. You know, like I say, the messenger put out the book in 1930. Just think about that time, 1930. You're talking about your grandparents and great grandparents and great 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 grandparents, okay, who was just off of the plantation,
right,
most of them, okay, so they had that mindset of the slave master. I mean, they had a servitude mindset. And everything the slave master said was true. Anybody who opposed the slave master was public
right,
enemy number one.
yeah,
so
that's
so you had
right,
that mindset. Okay, so that was also mentioned in the Bible that 40 years or 40 years had to pass for the generation who would listen to the messenger would come about. And that's right now. That's today. Okay.
yeah,
We got few rebellious people. We got the young people though that have never heard of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Is suffering hell and need this information and want it. Is receptive to it.
yeah.
But because we're not
You got
giving it to them as a whole, they don't even know it exists.
yes, a lot of them don't, but I think most of them know something about, but they don't haven't studied because the TV every time that you turn it on, it's like, oh, they killed Malcolm X. And, they just want to control your life. They
Mm-hmm.
want they want you suffering. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't drink. You can't smoke. You can't kill people. You can't take drugs. You can't have no fun.
Right. Well, the messenger says in this book, Fall of America, that the founding fathers who started America, George Washington and them, they were escaped prisoners, okay? That came over
Right.
here and established this country. And they have so now they open it up for any rebellious people to come.
So yeah.
So
So this.
America has become a habitation of all rebellious spirits, of most, people who rebel, who
Right.
don't want to follow law, who don't want to follow anything in their country. They come here and do what they want.
Mm.
They're free to murder, they're free to be homosexual, they're free to child molest children, because
Right.
that's what this country is in. And it's not even like they're doing anything to rectify it. It's like they're promoting it. You've got child pornography now on the internet. Everything that could be used for good is used for bad.
Yeah.
You got children cartoons now centered towards sex for children, but it's done
Yeah.
in a slick way. You have to watch that. You got, it's just terrible. This is the nation of rebellious people. So you have that rebellious nature has been embedded in us. So first thing you have to do really is recognize that you're rebelling. Recognize that you need to open your mind, that your mind has been closed off, that the way you think is the way you were programmed to think. And if it's not doing you any good, the program was wrong. Okay?
Right.
So think outside the box. What if just think, what is the possibility? What if the messenger was right?
Right.
What if that God did come? What if we are still slaves? What if we had our own piece of land or territory or state? What if we ruled ourselves? What if we made our own laws? What if we educated our own children? Would we have a difference, in the future of our nation? What if we secured our own nation? Why are we a subject of a people that want to tell us what to do? I mean, that's not good. Want to miseducate us, want to police us, put us in prison, basically back in slavery, want to deny us freedom, justice, and equality, the opportunity to grow,
People.
to make our own money for our own children, for our own future. Why are we accepting this?
Some old
Why do
weird
we
folks.
think that's not wrong?
Right.
Now, if the opposite happened, if we was doing that to them, they would protest. It would be a war. Okay, they would not accept it. Why are we accepting it?
Yeah, because we've been made some slavery. We don't want to listen to good stuff. It's easy to put us in. So let's go to the next part. Chase, read the fruits. What kind of fruits should we be eating?
Virtually all fruits are good. We eat apples, oranges, bananas, pears, peaches, tangerines, mangoes, plums, grapes.
Wow.
Do not eat processed dry grapes. Eat natural sun-dried grapes. Pomegranates, lemons, and grapefruits.
Oh, that was it.
Yes.
All right. So fruits is good for the most part,
Mm-hmm.
So we got to try to get more of those in and everything. But a lot of people out here in this western region, they have fruit trees. We see them a lot of places. You noticed that when you was out here?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So remember how you got a lot of people who our land was stolen for black folks,
Right.
and how our land was stolen. And they had ran us off the land because black people had cow. We was taking care of our cow. We had trees. We didn't have to go to no stores. With no stores.
Mm-hmm.
We knew how to do carpentry. We was
Right.
the best carpenters, the best planners. The white people had to give us money. And we know for a fact, anytime we start having something, white people just get mad. They're like, for some reason, they're always in our business.
That's true.
I mean, you remember that? Like, I remember you go places, they always want to get all in your business.
Right.
Yeah, because
But when you ask them, you an uppity nigger.
that's right.
How dare you ask me about my business? But yeah, so yeah, it's time for us to get out of that way of thinking. It's time for us to change.
A lot of people right now, they real mad because with this coronavirus thing, first of all, I'm going to say something like with this coronavirus, any rational person would have known something was wrong because a germ. Now, the germ is real. It's killing people. But, there's a lot of germs. When you shut a whole economy down, you're setting yourself up for starvation. Now, people killing themselves right now because they're depressed. There's a lot of parents, some of them are still going to work, but some of them have not been going to work. They're mad. They're around the house screaming. Kids can't go nowhere. Don't go out this house. You can't go out the house.
Right.
And you got an angry parent in that house cussing you out, calling you rats. Cussing, you can't leave.
Yeah.
And then the parent can't go nowhere. The kids acting like fools.
Right. But this day was mentioned, okay, by the messenger, where in order for us to to tear us away from our former slave masters, he's got to break the economy of the slave master. As long as we getting money from this slave master, we're not going to do nothing for ourselves. And we can't break the slave master's economy. God has to.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happened. We actually are in a transition now. This is really a big opportunity for Black businesses to come alive now. This is our opportunity. You know, we can't work for slave master no more. We got to come up with ideas to work for ourselves, which we should have been doing, but we thought we couldn't live without working for master. We had to go get a job. Now we got to make a job for ourselves, okay? So this is a changing of hands is happening. You know, it really, to me, it doesn't matter how it's coming about, but it's coming about.
Have you noticed too, a lot of the Black folks who, you know, because I mean, all over the years, Black people have been arguing about the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we've been arguing and debating with Christians, with Moors, Nuwapians, with Hebrew Israelites, with all of these different things. And just even on this, you know, and all of the teaching, but just even on the dietary part. But if you notice, just debating with us, it has changed them too, right?
Right.
Even Christians, remember? Because they was eating pork. Now you got a lot of churches out here won't eat pork. Teach it.
That's right.
And you know, there's a lot of pork manufacturing companies because of this coronavirus shutting down.
Right. That's right.
And they the pork. Pig manufacturers cut down.
Ooh.
And people crying. And they crying because they can't get the pork, and then the people they have to kill the pigs. And what does it say about the Mahdi?
Run the pig into the lake of fire.
Right.
Yeah.
They have to kill the pigs. They have to kill these pigs because they have to kill they face disaster. Pork farmers face disaster because they have to kill and discard baby pigs as slaughterhouses close and the industry faces ruin.
This is more relevant today than it was back in the day when the messenger wrote it. It's more relevant.
That's right. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we sit up here, and I know it's hard for us. A lot of Black folks, we go through all of these. So somebody asked us the question: How can I eat healthy during Corona?
Well,
how can I eat healthy during coronavirus? And
one of the things, let me tell you, one of the things that's not going off the shelf,
right,
are beans.
And you notice that you sprouted some.
Yeah. So you can go in the store and get you some navy beans. You can get lentils. You can get black beans. You can even take greens and sprout them. The sprouts are nutritious. You know what I'm saying? So you can make burgers with beans. You can do all kind of stuff with spices and beans. Make different type of dishes with it. So you can be creative. Guess what? We are very creative. Okay?
Right.
We are the number one creative people on the planet.
Right.
So use your creativity. Okay? It's not the end of the world for you. You know what I'm saying? It's not. So you can sprout lentils. You can sprout what kind of seeds? The chia seeds. And those are very nutritious when you sprout them. They have a lot of chlorophyll, vitamins, everything. I'm telling you, they're good. Put them in salad. You know,
Mm-hmm.
beans. Get you some beans.
Right.
Yeah.
So now you read this here. You read what I told you there. Loud.
The enemy of God, the devil, teaches you to eat it. And
Pork.
he eats
Talking about pork.
pork. And he eats it himself to show you how little respect he has for God's divine law against eating this prohibited flesh. He drinks all of the intoxicating drinks, offers them to us, and then preaches the same gospel in the church that thou shalt not eat the pig, thou shalt not drink intoxicating liquor, thou shalt not rob, steal, murder, commit adultery, gamble, hate, and lie to one another. Yet he is doing that hourly. Everything that God says thou shalt not do in the 10 commandments given to Moses, they say thou shalt do. Okay, that's it.
Good job. Yeah, so they, basically they're sitting up here. We've been in control of them. And the brother asks, are we Muslim? So we are Muslims. Now, Nation of Islam, I want to explain a little bit to a lot of people who are Orthodox Muslims. The Nation of Islam has a specific job in America. And because our people have been mentally killed, murdered, we didn't know our history, all these type of things. We have a specific teachings that has Allah has patience with us as He gets us back to where our people are able to save their lives and observe Islam, because Islam is a more strict religion, more strict lifestyle than most black folks can deal with. I mean, if Allah just like, we're gonna kill all of y'all because unless you Muslim. Most of our people, he would probably have just kill us all, right? Because a lot of black folk, we just was not in the mindset of. So he gives us a little patience here, and so that's kind of how those teachings go. So we're being stepped up. He's raising us up by degrees, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what the minister teaches us, right? So, that's what's happening out here. And, this is our dietary law. And of course, Quran, Holy Quran, we got dietary law. So this is what we follow. And, we don't overbearing on our people. We're not overbearing. We're not over judgmental. Black folks, we tell them, hey, you need to stop eating pork. What? You mean this bacon? I need to stop eating it. And if you don't have patience with black folks, then you will curse them because they'll get on your nerves so much, then you will write them off to the depths of hell. Mm-hmm. And that's not the intention of our, what Allah brought us. He wants to save our people. The actual intent is to save that hard-headed person. But that person, they're not going to behave graciously. That person, they're not going to behave the way you think a typical kidnapped individual is going to behave, right? You know what I'm saying? So what do you think about
that? Harriet Tubman she said she saved, so many slaves, but she could have saved more if they only knew they were slaves. They didn't even know they were slaves.
Right.
So we're in a situation where we don't know we're slaves. And the teachings will save you, because this is for all of us who came across in the diaspora of slavery across the Atlantic Ocean, right? Mm-hmm. This teaching is for all of us, because we all are Muslims, but that knowledge has been taken away from us. So the messenger or Allah came to give it back to us. Of course, we rebel. I'm not no Muslim. I'm a Christian. I'm a Baptist. But Muslim is one who submits to the will of God. When something happens to you, you're going to call on God, okay?
That's right.
You're going to call on God to help you. So you are not an atheist, okay? By nature, you're not an atheist. So what is a Muslim? A Muslim is a person who submits his will to do the will of Allah. A Muslim is a person who believes in God. Basically, that's it.
Right.
So now,
you went to Dawa Institute.
Huh?
You remember when we went to Dawa Institute in Highland Park?
Yeah.
You remember that, brother? What was his name? Hakeem?
Oh, his name was Tyler. Brother Tyler.
Oh, that was Tyler and his family,
Yeah.
because they were Sunni. Remember when Warthuddin separate? Well, this is what happened. When the messenger transitioned, then Warthuddin took leadership. He converted the whole nation to the what did he call it? Remember what he called it? It was called it. Oh man, I forgot the thing. I forgot what it was called at first, but then he converted to Muslims of America and took away the Nation of Islam. And then wasn't Talib with the Sunni Islam, and they had Dawa Institute in Highland Park.
Right. And then he converted to up under the Honorable Minister Farrakhan.
Okay, so
yeah.
So then he came back with Minister Farrakhan.
Right.
Okay, because I remember Brother Walter and them. We had the school, and we all went to school, and those type of things. So the thing is, a lot of times people in the media, because they don't. When you grow up and because in Detroit we went something. Then we go to the Sunni mosque. We went to the Sunni mosque in Illinois sometimes. And then we would come, we was on Wyoming and stuff. So a lot of people, they're thinking that everybody's battling like over there in the East, these Muslims and these Sunni and these Shias and all these different, everybody's arguing. And it's not like that, really. Like, you know my brother, Kwame. He's in Philadelphia. He's Sunni Muslim.
Okay.
He's Sunni. So, yeah, you know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So so sometimes people get into all of this back and forth stuff, and it's nothing like this is a family. Families have disagreements. We used to go all the way downtown to the and we have little debates and stuff with folks, but I don't. Yeah, but brother, I don't know if you can see it. I guess we got disconnected, but yeah, brother Iron Fist. We'll go. Malcolm converted to Sunni Islam before he was assassinated. I wasn't around. I wasn't even born during that period of time. I don't know what happened, brother. I don't even know what happened. But I wasn't born during that period of time. So, I heard a lot of people firsthand who knew Malcolm. They talk about all of those arguments back and forth. I grew up with brothers and sisters who literally knew those folks, but I don't have that level of emotional problems with folks.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. That was me.
Oh, okay.
We about to end it anyway. We'll do some more videos. We'll do some more talks. Hey, y'all, subscribe to the channel. We're going to try to build the channel up, We'll try to answer all of these good questions. These are good questions. I like controversial questions, and we'll try to get some real conversations on that. And pretty soon we'll try to probably have some of y'all up to where y'all can ask the questions up here with us, okay? So you got anything you want to say? Because we're about to get up out of here.
Well, thank you for inviting me, first of all. I really enjoy just sharing my experience and what I've read, being in the Nation of Islam and living here in America, and how to tie the information into my present day life. Yeah. So thank you very much.
All right, y'all. Peace out. Peace out, everybody. I'm Chris. And hi. All right, peace. Peace out.
Bye bye.